Hello, my fabulous fantasy fans, and welcome to another Mythology Monday. Apologies that this was posted a little later than usual on Mondays. It's been a week. Let's just stay with that. We're going to be talking about Egyptian mythology today, and our character in question is Anubis. Now, for those who do not know, Anubis is an Egyptian god and has the head of a jackal and the body of a man, and he is the god of death and mummification. So for those who don't know, the Egyptians would inter their bodies they essentially started the embalming process, which is where, in their case, they removed the organs, like the lungs and things like that, and put them into these things called Anubic jars, which were these fancy jars that they would put the important organs into, and they would get the brain out by sticking a hot poker up your nose and swishing it around a lot. But so he is the god responsible for this, and this was their way of preparing their sacred for the afterlife. The thought process behind it was that if you took out the organs and put them in jars, they'd be preserved for when you arrived in the afterlife. Now, Anubis, as I said, is the god of death and mummification, and he is one of their most important gods, which makes sense because the god of death is typically a very important god. They are the ones who bring you to the underworld, who do things such as judging whether you were a good or a bad kind of soul. In the case of Anubis in the Egyptian mythology, Anubis would weigh your heart. So they would take out your heart and they would weigh it. If your heart was found to be light, then you were said to have had a pure life, a good life, and you were allowed to be sent to the underworld and go on. However, those who had a heavy heart were thought to have done crimes and it was weighing on their heart. And those people and those souls would be fed to Ammut, which is a crocodile goddess. So if you were bad, you didn't get to go to the underworld, you were fed to a crocodile. And if you were good, your heart would be light, and then you would be allowed to enter into the underworld. So one of the things I love most about Egyptian mythology is that so many of their gods take on a shape of an animal. So we saw before with Basset, where Basset was shaped like part cat. There we go. Basset was part cat, part person. And then we have Anubis, who's a jackal on that. And there's, I think it's Ra is the one with the bird head and that. So I enjoy the fact that Egyptian mythology incorporates animals with human body form in that. That is always something that I find really fun. It is one of the inspirations as well that I got from my Tira line in Taurian and my Head, the Heart, and the Air series, just because the idea of an animal combined with a human that then has magical powers has always been a lot of fun for me. So that's all I got for you this week is Anubis and my Mythopedia book. If you are more interested in Egyptian mythology, let me know in the comments. I've got lots more fun things coming from Mythopedia, and then I've got all my other mythology books that I'm going to start reading. So if you have a specific kind of mythology you're fascinated by, let me know in the comments, and I can try to get some of those stories in my Mythology Mondays as well. Otherwise, I hope you guys have a great Monday and happy reading. Bye!